Welcome to Ageless Blissings, a place and a space where we can authentically live our lives by reuniting ourselves with our inner self, our inner child. No matter what age and stage we're in, it's time to reunite ourselves, to step forward boldly and live our life with grace in the space of time, moving forward to a healthiest and happiest, fullest self-expression. Welcome to Ageless Blissings.
Hi everyone, Brenda here, and today we're going to talk about authentically, who are you? Does your job describe who you are as a person? Does it define you? These are some deep-rooted questions that I've had to ask myself as well. For a long time, I was thinking that this community would be about helping people to transcend so that they can live after retirement without crashing and burning. And for me, it wasn't really me participating in the emotions and the actions of it all. Now, the other day, a couple days ago, I'm going to come very clean and clear with you about something that happened. I had to make a choice. I've always wanted to help other people to transcend their limitations so that they can live their life authentically and fully. But I really wasn't doing the same for me. I know all the ins and outs. I've traveled the path, and as a registered nurse, I was still defining myself as that by calling myself the empowered nurse, here to triage body, mind, and spirit. And although I can be a mechanism or a catalyst to make that happen, I have to walk my talk and talk my walk. So during a very deep conference call with team members and everything else, I was still playing with my feet on both sides of the fence. Well, I did it. I did it the other day. I actually wrote my resignation letter and I hit send. I sent it. Once you send something online, you know it's gone. You know it's indelibly out there, good, bad, or everything else in between. But today, I just wanted you to know that I actually have resigned from my nursing career. And after 35 years of identifying myself as an RN and always being amazed that I even made it to 35 years because I was the most unlikely person to ever become a nurse. I was the pass-out queen in training, and I still get squeamish at the sight of venipunctures and blood draws. Crazy, huh? But I always knew there was a niche. I always knew I had a purpose, and I always knew there was something more than nursing, but nursing was part of my persona. Now, who am I? As I work out the last 2 weeks of my career and plan on packing up all my scrubs, and I have a nice selection of them, size small and medium. If anybody out there knows somebody who needs them, let me know. But I want you to know that it was time. It was time because I was getting tired of trying to keep up to the technology, trying to work the night shifts, and trying to identify still with all the technology that's taking us away from the bedside and making us more accountable to superiors and government and legislative bodies and everything else. I had it. I've worn the t-shirt, and it's time to take it off and wear a new one. And so I am now going to be working full-time at what I really love, and that's helping others in wellness modes of helping people to transcend from where they are to where they want to be, even if that includes being in the autumn or twilight years of our careers, to being able to transcend all those navigational waters, that when the persona of the job is removed, who are you? Who are you inside? It'll be almost like taking a breath and actually being able to breathe, because many people get caught up in the doingness of their job that they forget about being a beingness, the being of who they really are. And even if you still have 10, 15, 20 years left in your career, now's the time to really get real with yourself in your career, because you are not your career. It's what you do to make a living. And when you make a living, that means you have to have a life. Do you have a life? Are you experiencing your life to the fullest? And I don't mean just going on vacation 2 weeks of the year. And even if you are a loving mom like I am, I have a 30-year-old, a 29-year-old, and a 23-year-old. Proud of all three of them. I also have an angel in heaven, and proud of him too. But I have to say that when we remove, I get emotional every time I think about him. When we remove the facade of our career, who are you? And what gifts do you have to give to the world? I want to reach out to you right now, right here, and tell you that if you are triggered by what it is that is making you dissatisfied in your career, it's time to reach out and get some help. I am a friendly person on the other side of all this who really wants to help you to transcend lifting the veil of the career away, getting into the creativity of who you really are, helping you body, mind, and spirit to emerge in wholeness, in health and wellness, and emotional sanity, as we remove the game of the matrix so that we can really, really live out the rest of our life in peace and harmony, doing what we love, being who we really are. If this makes sense at all to you, I ask you to PM me, message me, and let's have a discovery call. I'd love to share a cup of coffee with you over the phone or through Zoom or even in person. And let's uncover and discover the true essence of who you are. That inner child is inside of you, and they knew no limits. They had fun. If you want joy back in your life, a reason of being, and an essence to reignite, reach out. Happy Sunday. Many blessings and much love, and thanks for being with me.